Shalom. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Wakakodash, and double honors to the Apostle of JMS, and to the bishops, the elders, and all the sincere brethren that are laboring the truth like us the world, and to all the sincere brethren and sisters that are listening to the truths. And I pray this may be another edifying lesson to the flocks, and wherefore the Most High want to hear this message and let it be heard. And before I begin our lesson, I will enter the true name of the Father, which is Yahweh, and the names mean He exists. And the true name of the Son is Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, which means the Redeemer or the Deliverer, and is only coming to redeem His people, which is the nation of Israel. And in today's age, you would identify them as the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native Americans, which scatter in all four corners of the world, and looks like the other nations, and also practice the custom of the other nations. And with that, that'll be it for the introduction of the lessons. And today's title is basically Deuteronomy chapter 31. Basically, the title is Joshua becomes Israel leader. Basically, that was because Moses' time was over as the leader of the nation of Israel, and he's passing the torch to basically Joshua. And I'm gonna start with verse 1. So today I'm gonna do a portion of that chapter, and Lord willing, tomorrow or sometime in the future I'll do I'll do the rest of it. So, Deuteronomy 31, verse 1. So, when Moses had finished giving these instructions to all the people of Israel, he said, I am now 100 years, I am now 120 years old, and I am no longer able to lead you. So basically, what was I again? Okay, they say I am now 120 years old and I am no longer able to lead you. So basically, like Moses reaching Moses become an old man and he was about to die. So he gave the children of Israel all the instruction of what they're gonna do and tell them exactly what's gonna happen in the future. So he said he's no longer able to lead the nation of Israel. The Lord has told me. So basically, the Heavenly Father has told him, you will not cross the Jordan River. So the Most High told him he was not going to cross the Jordan River. So basically, Moses did not go to the promised land, which is the land of Israel. The Most High only led him to see it because Moses did not give the Heavenly Father glory. And the Most High, because of that, the Most High told him he was not going to be able to see the land. Give me 1 second. Let me go back. Okay. So the Most High told him he was not going to cross the Jordan River. Oh my goodness, why this thing's acting up? All right, verse 3. But the Lord, your power Himself, will cross over ahead of you. So basically, Moses said the Heavenly Father Himself will cross over ahead of you, which is basically the ahead of the nation of Israel. Was it really the Heavenly Father Yahweh that's come down on earth and go? No, He basically sent these angels to go over. He will destroy the nations living there, and you will take possessions of their land. So basically, the Heavenly Father Yahweh was going to destroy the nations that live over there. And you will take possession of their land. So basically, the children of Israel are going to take possession of that land, of those, or the people that are going to be that are living there. The Heavenly Father Yahweh are going to destroy them, and He's going to give that land to the nation of Israel, because the land was already promised to the children of Israel to begin with. Even though most people are not going to get that, because people will be like, why would God kill those people that live over there and give the land to the nation of Israel? Isn't that called stealing? But what the people fail to realize is the Heavenly Father Yahweh promised that land to Abraham long ago. So basically, if a land was promised to somebody and you got a stranger that come and live in that land, it doesn't matter if the stranger be living there for 10, 20, 30 years. The owner of that land always have the right no matter what. He will destroy the nations living there. Yeah, Joshua will lead you across the river. So basically, Joshua going to lead the nation of Israel across the river, just as the Lord promised. Basically, just as the Heavenly Father Yahweh promised. The Lord will destroy these nations living in the land. So basically, the Heavenly Father, once again, is going to destroy those people that live in the land, just as he destroyed Sihon and Og, the kings of the Amorites. So basically, just like the Most High destroyed Sihon and Og, the kings of the Amorites, the Lord will hand over to you the people who live there, and you must deal with them as I have commanded you. So basically, the Heavenly Father Yahweh gave the people of that land into the hand of the Israel, and basically the Heavenly Father Yahweh instructed them. Basically, the Most High told them to deal with them according to what He says. So be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid and do not panic before them. So basically, the Heavenly Father Yahweh told them, don't be afraid, be courageous, and don't panic in front of them. Why did the Heavenly Father say that? Because before the children of Israel go to that land, the Most High told Moses to send some spies to scout the land. And when they see the land, when those spies went over there, and when they sent the report back to Moses, they were terrified, man. They was like, look, those people over there, man, they're like giant. We look like grasshoppers in front of them. Because those Hamites over there, in the ancient world, man, they were at their full size. Just like in today's, man, the same when you see those Hamites in Africa, I forgot what tribe is it again. Those basically when you go to Kenya, you get those people. They're like 7 foot full. Some of them probably like close to 8 feet tall. And when with the average Israelites, although we are not small in stature, from an athletic point of view, most Israelites are walk around 6 feet, 6'2", probably 6'5". I'm 6'4". I consider to be a tall person my entire life. Rarely there's somebody that's standing next to me that's the same height as me or taller than me. Except if I go to the gym and you see fellow tall Israelites. Yeah. So basically now imagine like a Hamite, which is another 2 feet taller than me. So that is very scary. So that's why the Most High told them to be courageous and don't panic. For the Lord, your power will personally go ahead of you. He said, because the Heavenly Father Yahweh will personally go ahead of the children of Israel. He will neither fail you nor abandon you. So basically, the Most High will not abandon or fail the children of Israel. Then Moses called for Joshua, and as all Israel watched, he said to him, be strong and courageous, for you will lead these people into the land that the Lord Yahweh swore to the ancestors He will give them. So basically, Moses called Joshua. He told him, "Hey, man, basically when he called for Joshua asked all the Israel that was watching. He's like, look, man, you're gonna have to be courageous. You're gonna have to be strong and courageous. Why? Because one reason is we already know the children of Israel is very stiff-necked. So he was like, hey, man, you're going to have to be courageous, man, because Jake is very stiff-necked, man. And he said, for you will lead the people. So basically, he's gonna be the leader of the nation of Israel, which means all responsibility will fall on him. And leading Israelite is not an easy task. For you will lead these people into the land that the Lord swore. So basically, He's gonna lead those people to the land that the Heavenly Father Yahweh has promised to the ancestors, basically, or forefathers, basically, which is what Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. He will give them. So He promised that He will give them. You are the one who will divide it among them as they grants of land. So basically, Joshua was going to be the one that's going to be divided the land to the nation of Israel, because we know the Heavenly Father Yahweh give each tribe like a portion of that land. And the only tribe at that time that didn't get a portion was basically the tribe of Levites. Why? Because they were the priestly tribes of the nations. So the inheritance was basically Levite inheritance was basically the Most High, because that's what the name is, like a joint unto me. Although they did not get the any portion of the land, but they get the best part of each tribes. Whatever tribe they were into, they get the best part of the land. Do not be afraid or discouraged. So the Most High Yahweh told him, "Don't be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord will personally go ahead of you. He will be with you. He will neither fail you nor abandon you." Now I'm going to go in verse 9. It's a public reading of the book of instructions. So Moses wrote this entire body of instruction in a book and gave it to the priests. So Moses wrote like an entire body of instructions in a book, and he gave it to the priests. He gave it to the priests basically, which was he gave it to the sons of Levi, because the priest, the priestly tribes was basically the tribe of Levi. So he gave them that instruction book. Who carried the arks of the Lord's covenant? So basically, the Levi was carrying the arks of the Lord's Yahweh's covenant, and to the elders of Israel. Then Moses gave them this command: at the end of every 7th year, the year of release during the festival of shelters. So basically, giving them a commandment at the end of every 7th year, which is the year of release. The year of release during the festival of shelters, basically that Feast of Tabernacles, basically. You must read this book of instructions to all the people of Israel. So basically, they're gonna have to read these instructions to all the children of Israel when they assemble before the Lord, your power, at the place He chooses. So basically, at the end of every 7th year, basically the year of the Feast of Tabernacles, basically they're gonna read this book to all the children of Israel, basically, man, when they assemble before the Heavenly Father Yahweh. Before the Lord Yahweh, at the place He chooses, at the place that the Heavenly Father Yahweh chooses. Call them all together, men, women, children, and the foreigners living in your towns. So basically, the Heavenly Father said, call everyone, so they may hear this book of instruction. So they can hear the book of instruction and learn to fear the Lord your power. So basically, they're gonna have to learn to fear the Heavenly Father Yahweh and carefully obey all the terms of these instructions. And basically, they have to observe it and carefully obey the Heavenly Father's instructions, because those instructions were legit. Because in the ancient world, man, all those instructions that the Most High is, there was no in between. So they were very straightforward. If you disobeyed them, there were serious consequences. People don't comprehend how strict. Well, the Heavenly Father is very strict. At the same time, He's very fair in His words. I'm not gonna say most of us, all of us that's living right now, man. If we were in the ancient world, we would all be put to death or judged one way or another, because we all disobeyed the Heavenly Father's laws. Do this so that your children who have not known these instructions will hear them. So He said He has to do this. So the children that did not hear those instructions, or the children that didn't know the instructions, now they're gonna know it, basically. Will hear them and will learn to fear the Lord your power. And they're gonna learn these instructions, and they're gonna learn to fear the Heavenly Father Yahweh. Because people are gonna be like, oh shoot, I did this, oh I didn't know about these instructions. So the Heavenly Father said, look, gather all the nations and read these instructions to them. So nobody gonna be like, oh shoot, oh I did this, I didn't know. Everybody know. Just like in today's age, man. When we stand on the highways and byways, we preach the word. We tell everybody exactly what the Heavenly Father Yahweh, Bashim Yashai, gonna do. So when judgment time comes, they're gonna be like, oh, I didn't hear it. I didn't know I was an Israel. I didn't know the Heavenly Father said not to do this. No, when that judgment gonna come for you, you're gonna be like, oh shoot. You're not gonna be like, oh man, I didn't know that was, I didn't know that was serious. I didn't know this and that. No, you're gonna know exactly where you're gonna get judged. Do this as long as you live in the land you are crossing. So do this as long as you live in the land you are crossing the Jordan to occupy. So the Most High made it very clear. He has to do this as long as you live in the land you are crossing the Jordan to occupy. All right, and verse 14, which is the title is Israel disobedience predicted. So the Mosai already predict Israel, the nation of Israel, disobedience basically. So basically, the Israelite following was predicted long before it happens. Then the Lord Yahweh said to Moses, "The time has come for you to die. Call Joshua and present yourselves at the tabernacle." So basically, the Heavenly Father told Moses, "Look, man, your time is up. You're about to be died. So now get ready to pass that torch to Joshua." So basically, call Joshua and present yourselves at the tabernacle, so that I may commission him there. So basically, the Heavenly Father called Moses and Joshua to present themselves at the tabernacle, so that he may commission him there. So Moses and Joshua went and present themselves at the tabernacle. So basically, both Moses and Joshua go and present themselves at the tabernacle. And the Lord Yahweh appeared to them in the pillar of clouds that stood at the entrance to the sacred temple. So the Heavenly Father Yahweh appeared to a pillar of cloud, which is basically a chariot. And he stood at the entrance of the at the entrance to the sacred temple, basically. So basically, he stand over the door of the sacred temple, which is the door of the tabernacle, basically, man. So basically, that's it for the lesson, man. I pray that's another edifying lesson to the flocks, and whatever the Most High will do, this message that will be heard. And with that, I'd like to say Shalom and Yahweh Tazah. I finish the rest tomorrow.